Good morning, students. Let us start our new chapter. That is Kings and Kingdoms, chapter number 2. In this Kings and Kingdoms, we will learn about the emergence of new kingdoms. After the death of the Harshavardhana, a new kingdoms, small kingdoms around the country, from North India to South India, as small kingdoms begin to rise. They begin to fight for powers. Out of that, the most important would be the tripartite struggle. We'll be discussing about it. And what is this tripartite struggle? Also, we'll be discussing about. And between these 7th and 12th centuries, many new dynasties like Gujarat, Patiharas, Rashtrakutas, Palas, Cholas, and Chamanas emerged. And not only that, it might include Rajputs, which they claim to be descendant from the solar family or lunar family. Those were the parts of the dynasties that began to rise during the or between the 7th and the 12th centuries. And tripartite struggle. Tripartite struggle was a constant rivalry between the three dynasties or the three empires. Then is the Palas, the Gujarat Patiharas, the Rashtrakutas. They fought over the control for the city of Kannauj. This was the tripartite struggle for Kannauj. And as you can see in the map, here you can see the territorial boundaries of the empire and the supremacy over Kannauj. So let us first discuss this about the Gujarat Patiharas. Who were the Gujarat Patiharas? So let's go through it. Gujarat Patiharas, they were the dominant power in Western India. It is the parts of the Western and Central Rajasthan and parts of the Central India. They also resisted the Arab invasion of India. It means they have protected themselves, protect the country from the Arab invasions. The long line of powerful rulers of these dynasties included Nagapata I, who was the founder of the Gujarat Patiharas, Vatsaraja, Mirboza. They were also part of the famous rulers among these dynasties. Initially, they had been local officials who later succeeded in establishing independent principalities. Among the rulers, Mirboza was the most prominent ruler as he established the largest empire in North India with Kannauj as its capital. In Gujarat Patiharas, Mirboza was a famous or the prominent rulers among them. And he also issued silver coins bearing the emblem of Varaha and incarnation of Lord Vishnu. The foreign traveler, that is Al-Masudi, who came to India at that time, wrote about the power and prestige of the Gujarat Patihara rulers, and they were also the great patrons of learning and literature. Raja Shikhara, the famous census poet, was patronized by the Patihara rulers. That's all for the Gujarat Patiharas. On the next slide, we have this Varaha coins that is issued by the Mirboza, and this is why he also assumed the title of Adivaraha. And coming to the next point, that is the Palas. The Palas was established by Gopala in 750 CE, and his kingdom extended over the present day of Bengal, Bihar, parts of Orissa, and Nepal. And Dharmapala and his son expanded the political boundary of the kingdoms, which includes Kannauj, Orissa, Bihar, Assam, and northern India. According to the Tibetan chronicles, according to Tibetan stories, in his heart that the Palas were the great patrons of learning, Buddhist literature, and education. And this is why they have also established the famous Buddhist university, that is the Virkamshila Buddhist University, and also donated generously to the Nalanda University. And the dynasty had also had a culture and trade relations with the countries of Southeast Asia. Southeast Asian countries might include parts of Myanmar, Thailand, and all. And Ramapala was the last known king of the dynasty, and the Khalji invasion eventually dealt the final blow of the Pala dynasty. And as you can see in the figure, that is the on the left side, there you see the Pala Empire before Devapala, and on the right side with the blue shaded area, there you can see the kingdoms that was under or that was annexed or that was expanded by Devapala. Okay, moving on to the next, we have the Rashtrakutas. The word Rashtra, which means territory, and Kuta, which means chieftains. It is a Sanskrit words combining together. It means territory chieftains, and it was established by the Danti Durga or Danti Varman. Before this dynasty became a ruling dynasty in the Deccan, they were under the vassals of the Chalukyas in central India. When you say vassals, it means that a person under the protection of his overlord to him, he owes allegiance. And this dynasty, that is the Rashtrakuta dynasty, it produced many famous warriors and efficient administrators. And their capital cities was Malkhet or Manyakhet near Solapur in Maharashtra. This was the capital city of the Rashtrakutas. And these Rashtrakutas fought many wars with the neighboring empires and kingdoms, which includes the Gujarat pateras, the Palas, the Chalukyas of Vengi, the Pallavas of Kanchi, and the Pateras of Madurai. And a large chunk of Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Malwa plateau came to be included in the Rashtrakuta Empire. And the Rashtrakuta Empire ruled the Deccan till the end of the 10th century. The famous rulers of the Rashtrakuta dynasties were Govinda III, Amogavarsa, and Krishna III. The Ellora and the Elephanta caves. This is built by the Rashtrakuta empires, and it is also included in the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And as you can see in the diagram, there you will find the region of the Rashtrakuta empires. We have an assignment, a tripartite struggle. When we say tripartite struggle, it is the involving of Gujarat Patiharas of Malwa, Rashtrakutas of Deccan, and Palas of Bengal to establish their supremacy over Kannauj. That is the tripartite struggle. And number 2, name at least one rulers each among the 3 kingdoms that we discussed about. At least one rulers from Gujarat Patiharas, one rulers from the Palas, and one rulers from the Rashtrakutas. And number 3, who built the Ellora and the Elephanta caves. And number 4, name the foreign traveler who wrote about the Gujarat Patihara. Next, name the empire that is a patron in learning, Buddhist learning, literature, and education. And next, we have the name the capital city of the Rashtrakutas. And lastly, name the ruler that issued the silver coins, Varaha. Do the assignment very well. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.